This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. If you never want to hear me ask you to subscribe again to help me get to 500,000, just subscribe. This is it's like water torture or some kind of a medieval device that's just, I'm inflicting pain. Please subscribe. I'm almost there. I'm within 1,500, and I would appreciate your helping me out. Let's talk about Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene. It hurts me as much as it hurts you. Maybe it's one of those parental things. This is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. But they're Republicans, not Democrats, not distant observers, but people in the Freedom Caucus, people who are rabid pro-Trump conservatives are predicting a literal fistfight might break out between Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene. These people are so busy building a name for themselves and building internet clout for themselves that they have no taste for, no appetite for the business of the American people. They don't care about earning their keep, making the salary that they're paid by the taxpayers mean something. They want to make it all about themselves, so much so that they're literally at each other's throats. Here's the headline from the Daily Beast. The standoff between Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert is worse than you think. It's no secret that the relationship between Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert has never been worse. The two U.S. representatives yelled at each other on and off the House floor. Greene recently called Boebert a little bitch to her face, and Boebert supported Greene's removal from the Freedom Caucus. But lawmakers told the Daily Beast the situation between the two is still even worse than most people think. Look, if there's going to be chaos in the Congress, if that chaos happens to exist between two Republicans who are busy tearing themselves apart rather than focusing their ire and their chaos on the country, I'm here for it. Look, I'll be the first to pay my admission to watch these two idiots go at each other's throats. Quote, a fist fight could break out at any moment. Representative Tim Burchett, a conservative Republican from Tennessee, told the Daily Beast. Burchett, and get a load of this, Burchett, who later clarified that he was serious, said he was enjoying the standoff as a professional wrestling fan. This gives you a glimpse into the Republican Party in this particular moment in history. He's not concerned about the decorum. He's not concerned about the reputation of the institution he represents. He's here for it. He's happy. He's enjoying the standoff as a professional wrestling fan. These are members of the House of Representatives of the United States of America. And a member of their own party is, popping up the popcorn and getting ready to watch the show. Quote, I am friends with both of them. It's entertaining, he says, to think that a fist fight could break out at any moment. I kind of dig that, he continued. What? Burchett isn't the only person who thinks the feud could turn even nastier. Another Republican lawmaker who was close to both Greene and Boebert told the Daily Beast that the situation was a tinderbox. Quote, you can't have too many of these riffs for too long, the lawmaker said. Another GOP member suggested that one of them would destroy the other. They just didn't know who would come out on top. Notice not a single one of these quotes is admonishing these two ladies. Not a single person has said, yeah, they need to dial it back. We have the work of the people before us. We have important jobs, and we need to stop squabbling amongst ourselves and do something for the American people. Earn our paychecks, our hefty paychecks of roughly $175,000 a year each. Quote, they will be nailing that coffin shut, this lawmaker said, and one of them is still in there kicking and screaming. Representative Paul Gosar, avowed white nationalist, that's my edition, not the Daily Beast's, compared Greene and Boebert's battle to that of a, quote, two-way sword. I think he means double-edged sword. I just think that whatever is there could be utilized both ways, he said, adding that people make decisions and they have to work and live by, and you kind of hate being in their shoes. What? Paul Gosar is unwell. After Greene called Boebert a little bitch to her face on the House floor, Greene was summarily booted from the House Freedom Caucus, and while Boebert could have probably helped save Greene from that embarrassment by defending her to the group, she instead chose to agree with fellow Freedom Caucus members voting for Greene's dismissal. That, of course, has only exacerbated the tensions. And then I want to share with you this final paragraph from the article that I'm going to read. There's a lot more. I would encourage you to go read all of this from the Daily Beast. A link will be in the bottom of the description. But this last paragraph really lays bare the motivations of Marjorie Taylor Greene. It lays bare that she doesn't look at herself as a member of Congress. She doesn't look at herself as a representative of a constituency. She looks at this as an exercise in self-promotion. See, she looks at this as, how can I clout chase here? How can I make this about me already more than it is? Here's the final paragraph. Greene was apparently so upset about being kicked out of the Freedom Caucus that she refused to hear the news unless it was done in a public setting, like on the House floor, where she could potentially make a scene. That's it, folks. That's the motivation here, not only for Marjorie Taylor Greene, but for Lauren Boebert as well. If you live in Lauren Boebert's district in Colorado, do the right thing. Get rid of the sideshow. And if you're in Georgia, in Marjorie Taylor Greene's district, you deserve better than this. America deserves better, but specifically, those two congressional districts are bereft of representation. You may as well live in Washington, D.C., where I don't have a member of Congress with a vote. You're not being well represented. It's not a prize fight time. It's time for the work of adults, the serious work of a nation who needs votes in Congress to make things better for the people in their districts. Ugh. What do you think? I would love to know. You can leave a comment. You can call. Leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. I'd love to hear from you. Follow me on social media. I'm everywhere at Dollemore, or almost everywhere, I guess. Who knows? There's so much now. And if you appreciate what I do, if I bring you value, if you want to help support my work, click the join button below, become a channel member, click the super thanks button below, or even better yet, go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being part of the team. I love and appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time, hopefully, as a human being with a YouTube channel that has 500,000 subscribers. All right, I'll shut up. I love you guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.